Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. You ever had those days where you wake up and your whole entire being is sore and exhausted? Yeah. I'm feeling that way today. We had Aubrey's opening day. Well, Aubrey and Aria's opening day yesterday. If you haven't, she's the cutest little girl. And it was just a long day, so I'm just very exhausted. But you have those days that you get tired, you're weak, and you look at this day that's ahead of you, and you're like, there is no way I'm going to make it through this day. I'm already falling apart. I'm already beat. I'm already exhausted. I'm already weak. There's no way I'm getting through it. Yeah, I feel that way today, guys. So stay with me. I'm sure some of you guys feel that way too. But it's days like this that, and again, it's happening more and more lately, but it's days like this that serve, to me, as a reminder to look to Him for strength. It's these days where I just feel so weak, so run down, so beat up, that I need another source of strength that is not my own, because myself, I'm not going to get through it. And every single time, I just want to say this. He is faithful. He is faithful to give that strength. He is faithful to give that energy to get through that day, so that whenever you look back on your day, you say, thank you. That you can say thank you. That you know that it was through Him, that it was because of Him that you made it through that day. I want to talk in 2 Corinthians, and I'm going to be in chapter 12. And in this section, Paul, he's talking about this thorn in his side. A lot of us have read this, but he's talking about this thorn in his side that he was given. And it doesn't go into really any detail about what that thorn specifically is. He doesn't give glory to that thorn and what it is, which I really like, right? It doesn't go in and say, this is all the things that I'm dealing with and all of the problems that I have, and it just says, he has these thorns in his side, which I love that he doesn't give glory to that. He's honest about his weakness. He's honest that there's that thorn there, whatever it may be, but he doesn't glorify it. I love that. And we all have these. We all have these thorns. We all have these weaknesses. To name a few, we have fears. We have things that we just don't know how it's going to work out. So we have this fear that overcomes our bodies and our beings. We know Christ, but it doesn't change that fear still wells up inside of us. We have people-based dependencies. These are some of the thorns on our side. That I need this person, and without this person, that my life is going to fall apart, that things are going to fall apart for me. We have those. I've had those. I can say that that's been, at times in my life, a thorn in my side. We or people that we love have physical ailments or mental ailments, things that they're really struggling with, things that we're really struggling with. These are weaknesses that we have, right? These are thorns in our side. Lusts or addictions, those are thorns. Or whatever it may be, right? We all have experienced these thorns and these weaknesses. And in this section, Paul, he's talking, and it says that he asked three times for Christ to remove it. And God didn't take it away. You know how frustrating that would be? We've all been this person. We've all been this person. You know how frustrating that is? When we come to God and we say, I'm going to bring my weakness to you. I'm going to bring this thorn in my side to you. Take it away. And he doesn't do it. So we come back and we say, listen, if you would take it away, I could do so much more for you. I could do so much more in your kingdom, but I need you to take this thorn away. We start throwing up those arguments with him and reasons as why that thorn shouldn't be there and how better off we're going to be without that thorn. And we just get frustrated and we focus so much on that thorn, and then we get mad at God and we say, why aren't you taking this away? I'm doing my part. But going back just a little bit, I do love how Paul did not focus on that thorn. He didn't give glory to that thorn. Because that's what we do. We focus on our weaknesses. And in those arguments that we throw up at him and say, why aren't you removing this? We're focusing more on those weaknesses than having our eyes set on him. Because if we're focused on that, if we're focusing on all the things that we would be better off without, then we're not focused on him. You can't focus on this thing on your side, but as well focus on him. And that's what Paul was doing when he was asking Christ to remove those thorns, or the thorn that he had. He was focusing on a little bit on his weakness. But Christ did something, as he always does. He spoke to him. He spoke to him and helped him realize why that thorn was there and its purpose. You know, that thing that you're going through right now, it has a purpose. It's there for a reason. He says, it says, but he said to me, this is what Christ said to him. He said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. We've all heard that verse. We've all heard that. And that needs, I want to give that to you guys today as a reminder that no matter what you're going through, what weakness you have, how beat up you are, how afraid you are, whatever that thorn may be, that this is where his strength comes through. That this is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning. This is where he comes in. This is where he fits in. And he's going to help you get through the day. So that whenever the day is over, you can look back and say, I get it. I understand what you were doing. And it goes on to say, therefore, Paul says this, therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses. How many of you guys are boasting today about your weaknesses? Not many. But he's boasting. And he says, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. I'm boasting of my weaknesses so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. You're tired? You're beat up? You want rest? Then it's time to boast. It's time to say, yes, this is something I'm struggling with. This is a thorn in my side. But God, I'm going to let you use this thorn in my side. I'm going to let you use this to get me where you need me to be. I'm going to let you use this so that I can be made strong through you. And we all have testimonies of times he's done that. Of times where we've given it to him, and it wasn't in our own strength, but it was in his strength, and he made something so much better than we could have ever imagined it. We're all going through things right now that we can't see the end. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know why it's set up that way. We're scared. We're frustrated. But Christ's strength is coming. Christ's strength is there. And it says, for the sake of Christ, then I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities. For when I am weak, then I am strong. You know, we want God a lot of times when we focus in, we want him to remove those weaknesses. We want him to take those things away that are burdens on our heart, that are fears, that we're struggling with. We want those gone. And we focus so much time and attention. Years and years go by focusing on these thorns and waiting for him to remove it. And a lot of times he's not going to. He spoke to Paul. He spoke to his weakness. He spoke to him in that. He spoke to that thorn in his side and said, yeah, it's there. But my grace is sufficient for you. My power is going to be made perfect through that weakness. And that is something so amazing. When you can realize that you can be as weak as can be, that you can be falling apart, that you can be broken down, that's when he comes in and he can be his strongest. So I really do want to encourage you all today. I want to encourage you. If you're feeling weak, broken down, beat up, scared, fragile, hurt, upset, frustrated because of this thorn in your side, that his strength is there. Don't focus on that thing. Don't put your focus on that thorn, but set your eyes on him. Set your eyes on him for him to lay that rest upon it. I encourage you guys, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're afraid about, whatever you're struggling with, today to give it to him and watch what he does. He's going to do the same thing for you. He will open your eyes just like he opened Paul's eyes. He's going to meet you. He's going to meet you in your weakness. Amen.